We're 36 weeks today. That means we are less than 4 weeks out from meeting baby girl. I don't have a voice and it's 30 degrees outside. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley. I'm currently 36 weeks pregnant with my second baby girl. And I apologize for my voice, but I'm only 36 weeks once in a pregnancy, so I had to film this. My throat doesn't hurt or anything. I'm not like sick. I just lost my voice. It's gone. I'm gonna make this as quick as I can and as pain-free as I can so that you don't have to listen to me like this for very long. So I may go in and out, but just bear with me, please. I'm doing what I can. All right, today I decided to do a Q&A because a little different than my other updates. So I asked over on Instagram for y'all to ask me some questions about my pregnancy. I also asked on my Facebook and had some comments from prior videos and questions on those that I'm gonna use and answer those questions for y'all. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. If you are new here, I am 28 years old. I am a full-time working mom. I have a 2-year-old daughter named Graylin. Okay, I had to let our dog in because whenever you're home, he has to be inside or he'll bark the whole time. So that is our 6-year-old Great Dane, Boozer. If you're new here and you have never seen him, that's who he is. So some questions that I've gotten recently. Okay, one of the questions that I got was, do I have any stretch marks? And I do a bump date, like I show my belly, majority of my updates. So no, I do not have any stretch marks. I didn't have any stretch marks with my first baby. So I think it's more like genetic. Either you have stretch marks or you don't. I'm not any bigger with this pregnancy than I was with her. I think I'm actually smaller. I just don't have any, and I haven't used any lotion this entire time. No oils, no lotions, no nothing. I do not have any stretch marks. My belly is super veiny and super translucent, but there are no stretch marks on my belly. I do have stretch marks a little bit like on my butt and my hips, but those have been there, so I wouldn't say that they're like pregnancy related stretch marks. But no, I do not have any stretch marks on my belly or any other area due to pregnancy. I have a question that says, did you do a maternity photo shoot or a belly cast? I'm not going to do a belly cast. I don't know what I would do with it afterwards. We hardly have any room in this house to begin with, so I don't know what I would do with that. I am going to do a pregnancy shoot with a friend, just some like cool little Pinteresty photos that we've seen, but that's about it. I did do a pregnancy photo shoot with Gray, my first daughter, but I don't know. We just won't do a full-on one with Gresset just because we can just take some ourselves, and we honestly didn't even use the pregnancy photos that we took with Gray. We took them, I posted a few on social media, and then they're still on my computer, so we're not gonna do another one. Do you have any embarrassing symptoms, like lots of gas, farting, burping, etc.? No gas or burping, aside from like the normal gas and burping. However, new pregnancy symptom, because of this voice thing, I've been coughing a lot. And when I cough, I notice that I pee myself a little bit, which is very embarrassing. And I mean, it's not noticeable. Obviously, nobody around me knows that I am, but I do, and it happens multiple times a day. And so that's embarrassing. I don't feel like that's gonna go away, especially after having the second child. So that's super fun that I get to deal with that for the rest of my life. But that's, I guess, like my most embarrassing symptom is that every single time I cough, nearly every time, or sneeze, I just can't quite hold it. So it's not a lot, it's just like a little bit, okay? It's not that bad. Have you ever had anyone ask to rub or touch your bump in public? No, I've never had anybody ask me, but people have touched my bump in public, which I think is so weird. I would never touch another person's belly, especially if I didn't know them. But even like, I don't know, my friends and stuff, I guess I touched their belly, but like I knew it was okay with them. I don't know, I've been in like the grocery store, and of course the women are like, oh, you're so cute, and let me feel the baby, how far along are you, or you're shopping, or whatever it may be. But yes, I haven't had anybody ask, but I've had people definitely touch my belly in public that I did not know, which is very strange, but it's just something that like you do. I just say, oh, thank you, and I kind of walk away, and that's about it. How do you feel about belly touches? Okay, well, I just answered that. Kind of. I really don't like, unless I say, hey, feel this, I don't like when people touch my belly. Like, I just don't like it. I don't know. A couple people will do it and it's fine as long as like their hand doesn't linger. But like when people are just feeling all around and rubbing and touching and not letting go, that bothers me. Colton will not touch my belly very often. It like freaks him out, especially if I say, oh, look, she's kicking here, and he like will not touch or feel. He's not like the husband to talk to the baby or to like lay on my belly. It just kind of creeps him out. He thinks it's weird, which I could understand. Like it's a foreign object in my stomach. So he just kind of pats my belly, or he'll talk to Gresset from like a safe distance so that he doesn't have to touch my belly. But yeah, I mean, I'm not like offended by people that touch my belly, but I'm not, please come rub me all the time about it. So do you eat for two or just for yourself? I guess that means like, do I indulge in food? I don't eat that much. Honestly, I eat until I'm full, and that's usually not that much. I will indulge in a couple things like desserts, or I'll like bake cookies, but nothing like super crazy when it comes to food. Like I'm not over here getting a buffet for 5 people. I just don't see the point in it. And I'm so big at this point that I have to eat small increments or else I'm so uncomfortable. Early stages of pregnancy, I really watch what I eat. And so I wasn't indulging at the early stage of my pregnancy, especially because we had had a miscarriage, 2 miscarriages prior to this pregnancy. So I was really cautious. I was really cautious about like what I was putting in my body and what I was eating the first 2 trimesters. And then the 3rd trimester, I honestly am just too big to put a large amounts of food into my belly. But I will definitely indulge every now and then, sweets and stuff like that. I'll have like a soda here and there. This past weekend I had a vanilla Coke, which was so amazing, but otherwise I don't drink soda, I just kind of drink water. Yeah, I don't really indulge very much. Okay, how much weight have you gained? I don't think I've mentioned this in other updates as often, and I apologize for that. I'm not like trying to hide my weight. I started out at 125, like that's my regular weight, and I'm currently at 148. So I'm almost at 25 pounds, gained 25 pounds. I gained 36 pounds with Gray, 35, 36 pounds with Gray. And I'm telling you, I'm just so much smaller this pregnancy. I really think it's because I'm more active and I have a 2-year-old and it's a different season. I'm working. Last pregnancy, it was during the summer, so I wasn't working and I was just kind of laying around. So I gained a lot more in that pregnancy. So about 20, I'd say 25 pounds at this point is how much I've gained. And we still have 4 weeks to go. So I'll probably hit the same amount with Gray. I mean, that I did with Gray. Maybe 35 pounds, 10 more pounds in 4 weeks. That's possible, right? I don't know. I'm not too concerned about my weight, but I'm pretty petite in general, and my family's pretty petite in general, so we don't like, we don't gain a lot of weight in our pregnancies, so it's not something that I'm concerned about. And again, I don't like overindulge, and I'm super active. Not like I don't go to the gym anymore, but I'm active just in my daily life, so that helps a lot too, I think. Have you packed your hospital bag? No, I've not packed my hospital bag. I feel like with Gray, I had it packed like beginning of the 3rd trimester and I was ready to go. With this one, I just haven't gotten around to it. So no, I have not packed my hospital bag. I will be packing it this weekend because we will be almost 3 weeks out and we'll be possibly traveling depending on how I'm doing and what the doctor says when I go to see him on Friday, on this Friday. So I will be packing that hospital bag, and I'll be filming it for y'all. So you can kind of see what the difference is between what I brought with my first child and what I'm gonna bring with my second. Yeah. Okay, next question. Do I think I'm going to make it to my due date? I really think I am. If you watched my name reveal, the due date of Gresset is December 10th. December 10th holds a very special place in a lot of people's lives, and I just feel like, so Gresset is named after Colton's best friend who they lost on December 10th. So I feel like her due date wouldn't be December 10th for no reason. So I feel like that date is important in some way, whether that's when she's born or something's gonna happen, I don't know. But I'm just like a believer in things happen for a reason. So I think she's coming on her due date. Colton thinks she's coming before. I don't want to go past, but I mean, whatever. I I was induced a week early with my daughter, Gray, because my doctor wasn't going to be here for my due date. So I was induced at 39 weeks because he wasn't going to be here that next week. I won't be being induced unless like something crazy happens, I go past my due date or something like that. I don't want to be induced. It was nice because I had it planned out. We knew what we were doing. We had everything handled at home. My body responded really well to the Pitocin. I wasn't in labor for an excruciating amount of time. My epidural worked. I progressed pretty quickly. So like when I was induced the first time, it went really well. So I wouldn't be opposed to being induced, but this potentially, if it was up to Colton, is my last pregnancy. So I kind of want to see both sides of it. I want to go into labor naturally, but I'm also terrified of going into labor naturally and not knowing what labor actually is, because they would tell me like, okay, you're gonna start feeling some contractions. This is what it will be like. And if I'm at home and I go into labor, I don't know if I'm gonna know that I'm in labor. I don't know, it's very scary. So I think she's coming on her due date. Colton thinks she's coming before. We will not be induced this time unless something crazy happens. It's gonna be a whole different ball game this time around. Colton thinks she's coming before because Graylin came before, but I think he forgets that we induced with Graylin. And we didn't induce because I needed to be induced. We induced pretty much because I was terrified that my doctor wasn't going to be there, which then I find out that it's really not that big of a deal. Anyway, he was there for like 10 minutes to take her out, and that was it. So he didn't need to be there. This time will be a little bit different. Do you have any fears this time around? I'm definitely not nervous. I'm not as nervous as I was with Gray. I'm a little bit skeptical on how I'm gonna handle 2 kids at one time, because sometimes I do get overwhelmed with just the one, but I don't know, I just feel like she's just gonna come and fit in. I could be completely wrong and she comes and throws our whole world for a loop and we just have to figure it out. So I don't know, I guess I'm a little nervous, which means that I'm scared. Like I have a little bit of fear over it. I definitely have some fear over how Gray's gonna handle it. I have some fear over how I'm going to handle loving 2 babies. But I was recently told by a friend that you don't like split up your love for your children. You just get more for the next, like it just appears and gets there. So that has helped me a lot. Realizing that I don't have to share my love for the next baby with Gray, that I should just have more love for the next one, for Gresset. So that has made me a lot calmer and not fear it so much. I'm just not like, I'm not nervous about it. I'm just ready for her to be here and to see what it's like. And I don't know, I am nervous at the time that she is due. So she's due right after Thanksgiving. Sorry, there's like dogs barking in the background. She's due right after Thanksgiving and right before Christmas. So holidays are such a big deal to me. I don't want to miss out on Thanksgiving with my family, and I don't want to miss out on Christmas with any of the family. So that makes me more nervous than actually having her. Is just like, what are we going to do what are we gonna do with holidays? And I know it's just 1 year, but like holidays mean so much to me, so I don't want to miss out on anything. I don't want Gray to miss out or Gresset to miss out, so that I'm more nervous about than her actually being here. I kind of answered this already, but do you plan on having more than 2 children? I would love to have 4. Colton wants 2, so we'll probably just have 2 for now and see kind of where that goes. Okay, I do not have any new pregnancy symptoms, so I don't have anything to share there. I've still had the heartburn. Sleep has become extremely uncomfortable, and I haven't been getting as much sleep. I just haven't been as tired. Like my brain just won't stop moving, so I just kind of lay there in bed and rest. This voice thing is new, but I don't think that's pregnancy related. I think that's because we went from like 70 degrees to 30. What? Okay, sorry, I just had to stop, have Colton come in, and he's showering now, so it should be quiet enough for me to finish. Where was I? Oh yeah, pregnancy symptoms. So sleeping has become kind of hard, not because, I guess because I just can't sleep. Like I have a lot on my mind and I'm just laying there wide awake. I'm not tired in the mornings though when I wake up. I also do go to bed by 9:30 and I'm awake by 5:30. So I get a pretty decent amount of rest at least. So it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, my pregnancy symptoms are pretty non-existent. Like I'm just gradually growing bigger. I do have a lot of pain whenever I stand up. Like my tailbone hurts really bad whenever I sit for long amounts of time. So I have to make sure that I reposition myself and that I stand up slowly, or else it hurts excruciatingly. It's just very painful. But other than that, I have no other symptoms. I do go to the doctor on Friday for my first like weekly checkup. So that should be interesting to see what he does. I think there is a cervical exam and maybe an ultrasound. No, I don't think it's an ultrasound until 38 weeks. I could be wrong, but I will update you on the weekend vlog how my doctor's appointment goes on Friday. It hopefully will be a little more interesting than the past ones that I've had, which is just weigh me, sit down, check the heart rate, and then you're done. So yeah, that should be interesting. Anyway, if I did not answer a question that you possibly had, put it down below and I'll answer it in the weekend vlog or in the next pregnancy update. I will be doing weekly updates from now on, short little weekly updates, just because I feel like there's only 4 weeks left. A lot could change in a week, so keep you updated there. But yeah, we're getting super close. Thank you for those that have kept along with me this entire time. Thank you for watching again. And if this is your first pregnancy update that you've watched of me, I do have an entire second pregnancy playlist where you can go watch all of my pregnancy videos from the very beginning when we find out we're pregnant after our miscarriages to right now. So they're all in one spot for you to watch those if you're not interested in the vlogs and stuff. However, please subscribe. I will be doing, like I said, weekly updates. I will be filming a what's in my hospital bag. I will be filming the birth, yes, some type of vlog. I will be filming a birth vlog and filming us in the hospital. I want to capture like everything. So I plan on doing all of that. So go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. And that is my update. I'll have my bump pictures and stuff coming up next, so hold on for that. But otherwise, have a great rest of your week. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Graylin, what are you doing? Whose bed are you in?
guys.
Night night, baby.
So my Sinan, peace.